Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is a very overcast and windy Tuesday morning. Emma's battling sheep. Emma, do you want to come and say hi to the camera? It's incredibly windy out there. Emma says there's a hurricane somewhere. Where's a hurricane? Yeah, we're all a bit like that.
Somewhere in the sea.
In the sea?
I can't
remember. Is it heading this way?
As you look at it, it's kind of coming over because the warning's for Ireland as well.
Okay. And it's heading this way, is it?
Tomorrow's meant to be a washout, I think, but it's so windy. But I think we're on the cusp.
We're on the outer skirts of it.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the forewinds, and no doubt there'll be afterwinds.
Social media update from another platform gave a warning to the UK for today and tomorrow. So we're using today, aren't we, to try and get as much jobs up here done as we can. Yeah. Because we've got a send day next week. And
we don't want to wash out on a send day.
But we've got so many little jobs that we need to kind of crack on with.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my strimmer? Do you know where my strimmer is?
Behind you.
Also, it is. We need to charge the battery.
Well, look at that. I answered that one really quickly.
You did?
I did.
Where's your sanity?
My sanity? Gone. Late, some time ago.
Are you going to share our conversation yesterday?
Which particular conversation?
Well, I feel that the voice notes and
I can put some of those in.
And our exchange of videos yesterday.
I'll pop those in for your delight.
Just the general kind of data. It will basically show.
Maybe not the one that I sent you about the dog's juicy.
No.
That was for you only.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's private.
Just so you realise that what you see is actually what it is. It's not. It's like that every day.
Even when we're not together. Yeah. Yeah. I'll add in the messages that we sent each other from WhatsApp. Like not the messages necessarily, but the video clips. I'll put them in now, and then you can see them. I am showing you this because you know that I was feeling stressed about my house being a pigsty. I have sorted out this room for the animals so that we can just shut the dogs out here now, if need be, and lock that door. I've also brought my tree in, which was doing amazingly outside, but I was really worried it was going to end up being frostbitten because I would forget to bring it in. And my living room, I have washed the sofa. Dogs have already been back on it. Put some mats down for the dogs. Generally tidied up and dusted, which I haven't dusted in weeks. And this is going to be my new workspace. And I have ordered a table thing to go there that is on wheels, like a, I don't know, like a side table thing on wheels. But it's the perfect size to go there. And yeah, I can put the laptop on it permanently, laptop tablety thing on it permanently. And there's space underneath for me to put a couple of files. And then that will be my workspace. And I'll have a little light here as well. So, yay, I have created a little work environment. And I'm feeling less stressed.
I am so glad that you're feeling less stressed. That, to be fair, a nice working space makes all the difference. I've got storage boxes in the boot of my car for me to sort out the study, because if I am going to start doing counselling from home, then the office as is cannot stay as is. So that is a project at some point when I don't quite know, but at some point. I'm glad your stress levels have reduced. Mine have increased somewhat. Ozzy has just been Ozzy, demanded every iota of attention that I could give him today. And as you will see from the clip that's just coming up, what I have had to deal with is that's pretty much been it. Anyway, I've also, because I logged on to Enterprise UK, I have been asked to do a case study about my journey into business. And I'm sat here thinking, I feel like a complete fraud because I don't look at myself as a businesswoman, although I know we both are. But I'm looking at questions saying, and so what support, if any, did you seek when setting up your new business? Now, he did say as much detail as possible would be better. However, I don't think there's going to be enough pieces of paper for me to answer that question, because who haven't I gone to or spoken to or begged and borrowed and cried and melted down on this journey? What else have I been asked? In the early weeks and months, what went well, what didn't, and how did you overcome any problems? What are your more long-term plans? Now you've established and looking to grow, what do you see as the next steps for your business? And what are the most important lessons you've learned from going into business for yourself? To try and avoid hyperfocus. I think that's probably the biggest thing I've learnt. I've developed awareness of hyperfocus. It doesn't stop hyperfocus, but I've developed awareness of hyperfocus. Now, as you can tell, my brain is still on here and not actually on here. So I'm going to wrap this delightful little conversation up. But I'm so glad that you have kind of managed to rectify your situation, and that hopefully now your head will feel a bit happier for the remainder of the week until I bombard it tomorrow with Sunday stuff.
Breathing that water.
Right, can we go indoors now?
No, I see something here. Yes. I mean, me. You need to put it right there.
Oh, Ozzy, I don't want to completely rearrange my garden on the hunt. Nothing there.
The willow ball. You get that willow.
Why do I know you get it? I don't understand what you're looking for.
The willow's ball there. The willow.
A woodlouse ball? I've never seen them like that before. Right, that's it now. I'm going indoors. Show me. What have you done at school? At school, have they now got a slug house as well?
No.
Oh, the teacher told me that you were collecting slugs at school. And Mrs. Braun said that she went home and took her clothes off on Friday after school and found a dead woodlouse in her pocket. I don't know. Well, I'm guessing it's probably got something to do with you.
You know that?
Go on then, now try it with my dogs. Nope. Thinking about it. We've put a bit of chalk in their hair. Joseph has, well, a little bit of chalk on the fur. It all washes off, it's just chalk. So it's nothing that's going to harm them. But it was just another thing to do with Joseph in his session today. You're not really meant to be in here, are you? You're meant to come out. Just milling around. I was going to make another cup of tea, but we're out of milk. So I'm going to do some strimming. This is my job. Is to go strim. We've got a big event next week that we need to be ready for, so as few nettles as possible would be preferable. I think everyone's pretty exhausted from playing, and Timmy, don't try and be all that. Just remember you've lost your kahunas. How did that go?
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss. I've got... Oh look, I've smudged my makeup. My eyes were
To
watering.
be quite frank,
The wind.
that's the least of our
Concerns.
concerns. I'm painted, you're splattered.
But yeah, I have brushed myself off actually. It was all because it was just dry. I just used this and just, you know, like the olden days where you would brush off your lapels and stuff.
Well, you have at least learned from my mistakes
What's that?
not to trim stingers with shorts.
Oh God, no, that'll hurt.
Actually, yeah, we used all of that.
All of what? Yeah, we do, but it's run out. So we do. That is next on my list.
You seem to do better trimming than I do. I don't understand why.
I
seem
think
to get on with it a bit better.
I think because you weren't getting the cable reel out, you weren't tapping it, bashing it down to make the reel come out.
I did, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too scared to bash it too hard.
Oh, bash it hard. Like it's a good hard bash.
Yeah.
Otherwise it doesn't work. Nothing comes out.
Well, it kept going. Poop.
You don't want it doing that.
No, it's clearly the hold. It was
Yeah.
retracting as quickly as it was erecting.
I handle it better than you do.
You've probably got a firmer grip, to be fair.
I just know what I'm doing. Bit more experience.
So these 9 years would go for something then. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, in the trimming department.
At least I
really.
don't have stubbly hair.
No, don't. Shut up. Right, on that note, we're going to go and trim nails. God, look at the state.
Oh, don't look.
Let's go trim.
At what point-
Trim nails. No, let's not trim.
At what point are you going to stop caring about your hairdo, really? I mean, I'm not being funny. You've done a year. It's only going to get harder and worse as we get more and
I'd
more
like
people.
to have some, you know, care about my appearance.
So I
A
get my
little
nails
bit.
done, although I've got loads of paint stuff
Yeah.
under them.
Let's go cut nails. Sheepy nails.
And fringes.
If we must. Oh, it's all gone dark. See, it's dark because you mentioned
No,
fringes.
it's the hairy ears I don't like.
The hairy ears.
They have like old man ears. They've got like the hair
You
growing
can trim
in
the
ears.
ears, but
So you're going to hold still so I can do?
you're not trimming my ears. Mine are fine.
No, and I won't accidentally slip because they are really sharp.
Yeah.
pointy.
What about under here?
It is not even for a start.
Well, don't give them a bowl cut.
I'm not giving them a bowl
layers.
cut.
Look, see, this at least is floppy. If you make it straight, then it's a bowl cut. Is what we're doing.
I don't want to get you in the eye.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
I know. I know.
I
Okay.
don't want to traumatise you too.
Shall we just go with that? Can we do the nails, please? While
Yeah.
we've got. Done, Ziggy.
Actually, as we've got in that position,
You jerking?
I'm going to get my proper trim.
Looks like you've got a plant growing between your toes.
Sorry, I'm a big head in the way.
That's all right. You can't help having a big head, can you?
No. I have my moments.
Use you like a little pillow. Very cuddly.
I actually think he would probably just chill and go to bed with you.
I think he would. Are you all right there?
Loving life.
Yeah? How's it going?
Well, yeah.
You were meant to be holding her, not being mauled by her.
Well, she just leant, but actually, when you go past the point of no return,
You
kind
go
of
with
have
it.
No option but to go with it. Yeah.
We've only got 1 foot left to go, so
Oh, is there still another one?
there's another foot left to go.
My left arm is slightly dead.
I'll get on with-
vagina
I'll-
and my stomach
You got a hoof in your vagina. Nice,
is,
right.
is quite tense,
I'll get on with it then.
and I've got hair in my mouth.
It would seem I didn't get to the job quick enough. Emma has become part of the floor. Is that sheep okay?
She's sleeping now.
She's asleep now.
My stomach muscles could not hold myself in that position any longer. I could, but if I moved up, she would have been like. She's genuinely.
She is asleep. She is fast asleep. She's given up fighting and she's gone to sleep. Would you like some help removing the sheep from your torso?
She's gonna scrabble.
We've finished that job. Emma's taken the puppies back to the house. I'm keeping my guys up here. She's going to bring some more milk back because we're out of milk and I really need a cup of tea. And I'm going to carry on creosoting down the path because at least that bit's done. I think I'm going to have to go with the sprayer. Not today, it's too windy. But otherwise it's just going to take forever to get all of those other fences done. We have a sheep in here. They're just milling around with the dogs. Let's rubber glove up and go and creosote. Chubba and Lulu have gone back to the house for a rest. And Tweed and Minnie have come up instead. They're all having a bit of a snack. It's 2 o'clock. I've been creosoting in the wind, feeling very windswept. It's a bit drizzly. Emma bought milk up. I can have a cup of tea, listening to true crime. And then when Ozzy comes later, I'll sit down with him for a little bit and have a bit of a downtime. It's been a bit full on. I actually have got sore neck from creosoting. I get into this position when I'm doing it and then sort of on a wonk. And yeah, I suffer for it later, and my arm's going to ache tomorrow because I was doing all that strimming. So yeah, hard work day. I am done with the creosoting. I've had a shower because I was covered in creosote, put my clothes in the washing machine at home because I may or may not be able to save the jeans, I don't know. And I've now come back into work, picked Ozzy up from school, and I'm heating this up before I go and do the school run because I'm absolutely ravenous. Yeah, your drink's floating around, Ozzy. Where did you put it, love? And we've got to go and get Harry and Sky from the bus stop. Ozzy's all sleepy, aren't you, Oz? A little bit groggy. He wants to have a sleep. Anyway, we are here. They should be arriving any minute now in the minibus. So then I've got to think about dinner. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner for them, to be honest. I'm having my hair done. Did I say I was having my hair done? I can't remember. I think I might have done. Which I'm really looking forward to. But I think, like Emma said, I need a mask or some sort of treatment on my hair because it is very dry and just bits keep coming off. So I think it just needs a bit of TLC. However, I am looking forward to having a haircut. I'm also meant to be getting Spog back, my camper van. I think I might have said that. But if not, or if you didn't see me say it on a different video, I think I might have said it on yesterday's video. Yes, I'm due to get him back, and I've not heard anything to say otherwise, so fingers crossed. Still haven't heard anything from the plumber. Still not rocked up to fix anything or even responded to my message. So we'll see if he turns up next week, hey? But I'm not really impressed. Not at all impressed, in fact. Pretty shocking service, or lack thereof. Wouldn't even be a problem if there was some service. There is no service. No communication, no service. And, oh, do you know what? There was something really weird going on. Not last night, the night before. 24 robbers came knocking at my door. Do you remember that? It was a thing that kids used to sing when they were little. I can't remember past that. Not last night, but the night before. 24 robbers came knocking at my door. Something. Can't remember. Does anyone else know that, or am I just making it up in my weird brain? So yeah, not last night, but the night before. It was about 4 in the morning, and I was out with the dogs, giving them, like, they needed a wee. And there was squealing going on. Now I'm assuming it was probably rats or something. And I couldn't get to where it was because after the squealing there was some whimpering, and I wanted to, you know, investigate the whimpering because obviously if I could have helped whatever it was, then I would have obviously helped whatever it was. But yeah, there was some scrappy fight, but I think it was sort of underground down the back of my nature area or under my decking maybe. It did feel like it was round by the pond area, and it felt like it was probably sort of between the fence to my neighbours, or it could have even been on the other side of the fence in my neighbour's garden maybe. But yeah, it was horrible because I couldn't find what it was that was causing that squealing, and then it was just this kind of, and I thought, oh, something's hurt. Yeah, but if we get a bad smell, then I'll know that the hurt thing has died somewhere, won't I? Because that's usually what happens. These things get hurt and then they die, and then they stink the place up. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that interesting little morsel with you. Kenzie's now home. He's picked the dogs up. They have had a lovely 4 hours outside with me. They didn't spend all of it running around, which was good because they're not obviously meant to be running around. They did a little bit of running around, but for the most part they actually just spent their time chilling out. As long as they were near me, they were fine. And you know, the socialising with Chubba and Lulu and Minnie and Tweed is all really important, so it was good to get them back up there again. But yeah, Kenzie's taken them home and he's gonna give them some dinner. I've just eaten, as you saw, and I so needed that food. I was so hungry, but I feel a lot better for it. I think because I didn't have any lunch is the problem. I've just been eating biscuits this morning. Particularly nice biscuits, I have to say, that Emma got, but I have had about 3 particularly nice biscuits. And yeah, it's obviously not good for me, is it? Right, well, I'm going to sit here now. I think the minibus is possibly pulling up. Is that it? Anyway, I'll come back to you in a bit. What have you done, Sky?
I've snapped
That
my
does
finger.
that does look a bit bruised there, yes.
I snapped my finger.
How did you snap your finger, Sky?
Reaction times.
You just was it good that you're just so quick with your reactions,
I actually got them all, but look.
but it caused an injury? I can see a little bruise actually when you came over. Yeah, I can see a bruise. So you want me to strap it to the other one?
Yeah, just strap it on.
Hello there.
There's a strange person in my house.
Howdy.
It used to be your room, so
I-
very much not your
I
room.
came in and then the dogs were very much not pleased by me,
Oh, there's a strange person in my house.
so I immediately commented on my lack of testicles.
Yes, they definitely have a shortage of those now.
They have no balls.
Got big balls for someone who has none.
Yes, that's similar to what I told Timmy. I said, for someone who's got no kahunas, you sound like you have a lot of kahunas.
I think it was a bunch of horses there.
We're going to get these mops chopped.
Ooh, floppy mop.
Mop chop. Go snip, 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 snip. It's very sticky uppy on end. So a funny thing has happened. I got the day wrong. Haircuts is tomorrow, not today. Brendan's here. Everyone's waiting for haircuts. It's not happening today, it's happening tomorrow. Oops. Oh well, I get to see my boy twice. And he's going to stay for a cup of tea, so win-win. This is going to be a freezer food dinner. I'm just throwing loads of stuff together. I've got gluten-free Yorkshire puddings, roast parsnips that need finishing. We've got various chickeny things, tartlets, just whatever we can find really floating around. I'll do some veg. Yeah. Now this is what you call random fridge and freezer food created into a meal.
The finest of cuisines.
Was that the finest of cuisines?
Yep.
I'm not entirely sure it's
Together, fridge cuisine.
the finest. If we knew you were coming, we'd have got some food in. You need the chair, Kenzie love.
The finest of fridge cuisine.
Yeah, and freezer.
And freezer cuisine.
Oh, you need to
I'm
leave.
a wizard.
That's my eldest son. He comes above you, Timmy.
I made him sit using wizard magic.
Did you? Confused him.
Yes, confusing people enough causes many things.
It's 9:15. I have taken Brendan home. Before I go, though, I want to tell you a little story. A little story of what I have to deal with in my job. And if Emma and Rob are watching this, will be thinking, oh my God, what is she talking about? This one is a Rob story. Let me just get up and explain this to you with some amateur dramatics. Is that the word I'm going for? Because I need to act out some of these things to have you fully immersed in this story, okay, and really feel the story. House is in peace and quiet. Rob's gone off to work. Farming the fields. Emma's taken Ozzy off to school. Sky and Harry are off at school. And I'm in the house, sweeping the floor, enjoying the peace. And Rob barges through the door. Pip, Pip, I need your help. And I'm like, there's a disaster. I mean, he's like coming through the hallway. I need your help. I'm going, okay. And he's going, keep talking, shout. And I'm going, what? And then he does this to me. And I'm going, and he's going, keep talking. And I'm going, what's the matter? And I'm trying to come round to the front of him. But he's turned his back on me again. And he's doing this, and he's going, I can hear you. And I'm thinking, you've got a screw loose. Of course you can hear me. I'm stood right behind you. You saw that when you came in. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And then he's going, keep talking, Tom, keep talking. And then he goes, Pip, can you hear it? I can hear it. Can you hear it? And now I'm going, I see what's happened here. And I'm putting my ear like this to the back of his head, listening for brains. And I can hear this voice going, hello. I think it's not in the hat. Then I'm going down a little bit more, and I'm around his hoodie area, and I can hear, hello, hello, I'm talking. Yes, I can hear. And he's going, I can hear you, I can hear you. And I'm going, I know what's going on now. 20 minutes previous, he had rung Emma to say he'd lost an iPod, what they're called, those things that go with iPhones. And we were like, it's not here, we can't see it here anywhere. Clearly, when he got dressed in his many layers, it had entered his clothing somewhere from his ear. It's not in the hood. Check the hood. He's got the gilet thing on. I'm patting him down in the most appropriate way when you're patting your boss down. And then I'm going a bit lower. And I'm now level with his shoulder blades, and I can hear he's getting closer. And I'm thinking, how low have I got to go to hear this voice? And in the end, before I reached his buttocks, I decided enough was enough. And I said, in the nicest possible way, Rob, you're going to have to strip. So off comes the gilet. It's not in there. Keep talking. Yeah, it's still there. Off comes the bib and braces. No, it's still there. In the back of his hoodie, down here, at his waist, found his iPod. It made me giggle, and I just thought, if anyone walked in and I've got my ear to his back like this, and he's going, keep talking, and I've got my ear to his bum, and I'm just like, do you know what? If this sort of chaos was a one-off, you'd understand it. This is daily life. This is their daily life, and this is now my daily life. So there you go. That was my little storytelling for you for today. Was the lost iPod, pad, AirPod. You know what I mean. I'm not an Apple girl. I don't know these things. The thing that you stick in your ear. And I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching today's video, you lovely lot. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll have more new hair done because I'll actually get the day right. As you do, because I've cocked it up today.